didn't step out looking for safety. I stepped out because I had to move. The world doesn't always wait until fate feels ready. There were sounds too close, shadows too certain, but something stronger stood between me and what meant harm. I learned what shelter really is when I couldn't build it myself. Not walls, not distance, but presence that doesn't retreat. I felt covered without being hidden, protected without being numb, like wings holding space instead of closing it. Sound composed, and the answer didn't arrive as thunder, but as relief that stayed. I tasted what goodness feels like outside of theory. It didn't erase the thread, it outlasted it around the fragile places in me. Something stood watch, not loudly, not briefly, but faithfully. What was firm and felt it hold, not shift, not crack, not ask for proof. Blessing rose naturally from the moment I stopped bracing myself. Praise wasn't forced, it surfaced. Even when collapse felt possible, I remained upright, not untouched, not defended. So if danger still circles the edges, it doesn't define the cinder. I stand on guarded ground, and that is enough. Help, surrounded, secure. I wake up knowing the day will demand something, work to be done, people to answer, decisions that won't wait for perfect faith. I don't start by feeling inspired, I start by choosing trust. I speak your name quietly while the house is still waking up. You remain good whether I feel it or not. You remain strong when my strength runs low. I remind myself of that before the noise tries to decide for me. I don't live by loud words, I've seen how empty talk collapses. I've watched confidence fall apart when it's built on pride instead of truth. So I offer gratitude instead, not because everything worked, but because you stayed faithful. I choose Thanksgiving over defending myself, over proving anything, over trusting voices that don't last. My days are shaped by simple obedience, doing what is right when no one notices, working with integrity, loving my home, showing up again. You bless the path I walk up, not because it's perfect, but because I keep walking with you. Peace grows slowly in my routine. Joy settles into ordinary moments, and the work of my hands doesn't feel wasted anymore. I don't face life alone. Help comes consistently, not always dramatically, but always faithfully. You guard my coming and going, you steady me when I feel unbalanced. You watch over the parts of my life I can't control. I lift my eyes when pressure builds. I breathe again when fear tightens, and I keep moving forward because you never stop watching. Now praise fits in my life naturally, not as a performance but as a response. I speak well of you every day, not because every day is easy, but because you remain great. Your faithfulness reaches beyond my limits. Your care extends into tomorrow. Your rule stands firm over everything I touch, so I honor you in my work, in my home, in my quiet choices. I trust you with my days, my future, and everything's still unfolding. And I will continue to speak of you because your goodness does not depend on my circumstances. Wake up and the day is already moving. Responsibilities don't wait. Build messages, expectations, and a heart that still needs direction. Some mornings I don't feel strong. I move forward anyway. I talk to you while brushing my teeth, while driving, while trying to stay calm. My soul needs you more than rest, more than comfort. Your love matters more than how the day turns out. That's why I'm still here. There are moments when I speak honestly without cleaning the words. I ask why you feel quiet when I'm doing everything I can to hold on. Some days faith feels heavy, some nights end with questions. I don't hide them, I bring them straight to you. Even when I feel ignored, I keep talking because walking away never healed me, and silence never meant you were gone. I stop and remember who you are, not based on my mood, but on what stays true. You remain in control. You are not overwhelmed by the world. You are steady when everything else shifts. When I lift my voice, even tired, praise still has a place. Not because life is perfect, but because you remain faithful. I look back and see mercy working, not loudly, not suddenly, but consistently. You forgave what I couldn't fix. You healed what I didn't understand. You stayed patient when I repeated mistakes. I'm still standing because you carry me, still breathing because you sustain me, still hopeful because you chose kindness over judgment. Now, my life isn't flawless, but it is covered, and that changes how I face tomorrow. Now, praise feels natural, not forced. It fits into my routine. My soul still desires you daily, still needs guidance, still needs renewal. Each season keeps unfolding, provision keeps arriving. Not always early, but always on time. So I bless you in my ordinary days. I trust you in my unanswered moments. I praise you because you reign, because up ready. I woke up alert, like the world could bruise again. My hands were open, but not brave. My throat held back a prayer because it felt too late. Somewhere outside my window, the loud kept winning a moment, and the small kept paying for it. I watched goodness get interrupted, and I asked why help can feel far away even when you are near. Still, there was a steadiness underneath the noise, a deeper ownership beneath the streets and rooftops. Not mine, not theirs. A holy weight in the ground itself, as if the earth remembers who holds it, even when we forget. So I stopped trying to control the day and asked for a cleaner heart than mine, a truer grip than my fear, a way upward that doesn't climb over people but rises without crushing. Then the sky began its quiet sermon. No microphone, no mission, just light doing what it always does, and order returning without applause. Day taught day how to keep going, night handed night its lesson in patience. And somewhere in that constant rhythm I felt something in me being corrected, not with shame but with clarity. I remember truth doesn't need to shout. It holds, it steadies, it restores what panic scatters. But the streets were still speaking, the helpless still got pushed to the edge, the proud still wrote their stories in bold ink, as if weakness is a verdict. So I brought you the raw version of my voice. No polish, no performance, just the honest weight of it. Defend the poor, lift the broken, don't let cruelty call itself strength. And the answer didn't arrive as lightning, it arrived as direction, as courage placed back into my ribs, as a quiet insistence that justice is not sleeping, only forming beyond my deadlines. Then morning found me, not as denial of the night, but as a turning of the page. Grief didn't vanish, but it loosened its grip. The air felt lighter in my lungs, as if mercy can change the temperature of a room. What was morning began to move, not into pretending, but into motion. A kind of dancing that doesn't forget pain, only refuses to be ruled by it. Now I know the earth is held, the heavens still speak, the path upward still exists. And even when I ask why you seem far, morning keeps arriving with proof of your nearness. When morning finds me, it doesn't erase what happened, it teaches my heart to stand again, cleaner, braver, steady, and to keep walking in the light I'm given. I didn't come strong, I came aware of every limit. My body remembered what my mouth avoided. I am tired, I'm thin with strength. I ask for mercy without knowing how much. I ask for healing without a map for after. And you didn't rush me forward, you slowed the pace. You let me beside what doesn't demand effort, where breathing is enough. You stayed close like someone counting steps, not correcting the walk, just making sure I didn't walk alone. Something in me began to mend without ceremony. Then I looked up, not to escape, but because wonder interrupted me. The scale of everything shifted. Sky became language, smallness became permission. Your name carried weight without needing volume. Excellence didn't perform, it existed. silence moved. Rivers learned rhythm. Hands remembered how to live. Joy didn't wait its turn. This wasn't a private moment anymore. This was sound crossing boundaries, a new song forming before anyone decided to sing. Still, the world argued, voices clashed. Power postured, but trust stood quietly where fear expected collapse. Blessed are those who don't run from the tension, who anchor themselves instead of raging with it. I am not healed because I am loud. I am whole because I am held. So let the nations shake if they must. I will stay grounded between weakness and wonder. I have learned where to stand. Days when I don't feel lost, just unfinished. Like a sentence waiting for the right breath to continue. I look around for something familiar and realize you've been closer than my question the whole time. I tried to divide my life into pieces I could manage. What I would keep, what I would explain, what I would hide. But you didn't ask for sections, you asked for all of me. And somehow that felt safer. You became my portion without taking anything away. You filled the spaces I didn't know how to name. When my strength started slipping downhill, you didn't pull me back. You lifted my view, not higher to escape, but higher to see. There is a place above the noise where fear can't shout as loud, where I can finally rest my weight on something that doesn't move. You know the version of me I never explained, the quiet thoughts, the unfinished prayers, the questions I soften before I speak. You trace me together slowly with intention. Nothing rushed, nothing accidental. Even the parts I resist fit somewhere in your design. I walk forward now, not guessing every step, but trusting the path will meet me when I arrive. You are not just where I'm going, you are how Oh, I learned to slow my steps by choosing where I stand. Not every road deserves my feet, not every voice my hands. There is a quiet way of living that doesn't rush to prove, a steady kind of joy that grows when I stay close to you. I stop feeding what pulls me apart. I stop rehearsing the noise. I lean my way toward what is true and let that be my choice. Your words became my posture, not something I recite. They shape the way I breathe and move. They taught my heart to stay upright. I feel the roots beneath my days, hidden, strong, unseen. Life keeps flowing where I'm planted, slow and evergreen. There were things I carried quietly, hoping time would erase, but silence only tightened them and never made them safe. So I opened what I kept closed, not knowing how you'd respond. I found no judgment waiting there, only shelter I could run into. You became the place I hide, not to disappear, but to be restored without disguise. Fully known, fully clear. The moment I stopped pretending, my strength returned in waves. What I released didn't weaken me, it steadied what remained. I am surrounded not by fear, but by a quiet song. It doesn't shout my failures back, it reminds me I belong. I walk lighter than I used to, not because I forgot, but because forgiveness changed the weight of every thought. So I stay planted where you are, by waters that don't dry. I stay rooted in what lasts and let the rest pass by. Quietly rooted, held alive. When the night feels heavy and my thoughts won't slow, I come to you quietly, letting control go. You steady my heartbeat, you order my breath. You meet me with mercy right here in the mess. I don't trust the noise, I don't lean on fear. You are my refuge, forever near. When trouble surrounds me from every side, your truth is a shelter where my soul hides. You hide me away where the storm can't reach. In the shadow, love no words can breach. Though danger whispers and the ground feels thin, your faithfulness wraps me, holds me within. I remember your kindness when my strength was gone, when silence drained me and the night fell long. But I opened my heart, I stopped my defense, and you covered my shame with forgiveness and peace. You teach me the way I'm meant to go, Your counsel is gentle, steady and slow. The restless chase, the proud still fall, but mercy surrounds those who trust your call. Don't wanna hush this low to trust your call, yeah. The Lord is my keeper, my constant guide. You restore my soul, you walk by my side. You lead me to stillness, you quiet my mind. You heal what was broken, you redeem my time. Even when I walk through the valley of night, I won't fear the dark. You're here, you're my light. Your presence protects me, your goodness remains. I'm held by your promise, not ruled by my pain. Surely mercy follows wherever I stay. It finds me in weakness, it lights on my way. I will dwell in your care, I will rest in your name. You are my portion, forever the same. When my hope feels low, my help comes from you, the one who knows. You do not sleep, you do not turn. You guard my steps with patient concern. The skies keep telling of who you are. Day pours out truth, night sings the stars. Your word revives me, awakens my soul. Sweeter than promise, stronger than gold. Let the words I speak and the thoughts I keep be pleasing to you, my rock beneath. When answers delay and the path feels unsure, your steadfast love keeps me secure. So I will trust you beyond what I see. I will trust you when faith feels thin in me. You are my refuge, my cup, my stay. Your mercy will hold me day by day. I rest in your presence, I'm safe in your care. I rest in your presence, and fear can't stay there. Shelter when my thoughts feel scattered and unsure. I don't lean on what I understand, I lean on mercy that stands secure. You are my strength when words fall short, my fortress when I feel exposed. I lift my eyes beyond the noise and find my peace in what you hold. Those who choose your way are planted deep, their roots drink from waters unseen. They rise in time, they do not fade, sustained by truth that keeps them green. When my heart stayed hidden, warmed by fear, my joy grew quiet, my strength grew thin. But I brought my burden into the light, and you answered me with grace within. You became a shelter in the storm, a place where shame could not remain. You surrounded me with songs of hope, turning heavy silence into praise. You guide my steps with patient care, your counsel steady, never loud. While restless hearts run after pride, your faithful love becomes my ground. You walk with me through shadowed paths, yet fear finds no place where you stand. You restore what weakness tried to steal, you steady my soul with your hand. Your goodness follows my every step, your mercy finds me high, you lift me up above the storm. You set my feet where hope survives. The skies proclaim what words cannot. Day speaks truth, night sings your name. Your wisdom revives my weary heart. Your truth outshines both fear and shame. My soul longs for you in empty land. Nothing else can satisfy. Your love is more than breath to me. It keeps me living when wells run dry. The voices rise and powers contend. Those who trust you will not fall. You turn my mourning into song again. Joy arrives with morning's call. Great are your works beyond my sight. Your mercy crowns my broken days. You heal my wounds, you lift my soul. You renew my life with grace. I belong within your care. I am safe beneath your wings. You are my portion, my refuge. Sure, my heart will rest in what you bring. I stay in your presence. I stay in your presence. I stay in your presence, and my soul is released. I stay in your kitchen, and my soul is released. I come to you, Lord, with my hands unclenched, with my worries laid down, with my heart unmasked. When the weight feels sharp and my thoughts won't rest, you steady my breathing, you quiet the past. You are my refuge, my shield in the storm, my strong tower when the night feels long. I entrust my way to you, faithful and true. You hear my cry and you carry me through. You hide me in the shelter where fear can't stay. Under your wings I'm safe in the shade. Though danger surrounds and the noise rises fast, your truth is my fortress. Your love holds me fast. I will not be afraid, I will not be ashamed. You cover me with mercy and you call me by name. Blessed is the one whose sin you forgive, whose burdens you lift, so the soul can live. When I stay silent, my strength wore thin, but you welcome my confession and wash me clean. You instruct me and teach me the way I should go. Your counsel is steady, your wisdom is close. Many sorrows chase the one who will not trust, but mercy surrounds the heart that rests in you. You surround me with songs, songs around me, songs that don't break, songs that don't break. You surround me with songs, songs that don't break. When my courage is weak, the Lord is my shepherd, I will not want. You lead me to stillness, you calm my thoughts, you restore my soul when my spirit is tired. You guide me in righteousness, steady and bright. Even when I walk through the valley of shadow, I won't feel the dark. You're here beside me, your rod and your staff, they comfort my steps. Your presence is safety, your goodness goodness will find me. Surely goodness and mercy will follow my days. I will dwell in your house and I will give praise. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. When the waves fill out and my hope feels small, from the ends of the earth I lift up my cry, and you set me on steady ground above it all. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies keep speaking without a sound. Day to day pours out light and wonder. Night to night your faithfulness wraps me around. Your word revives me and makes me whole. More sweet than honey to my soul. It lights my path when my eyes can't see. It keeps me anchored, it carries me. Carries me. Let the words of my mouth and the thoughts I keep be pleasing to you, my rock beneath my feet. So I will trust you in the midnight hour. I will trust you when I can't explain. You are my portion, my cup, my keeper. Your steadfast love will remain the same. I rest in your presence. Your love is my stay. I rest in your presence and every fear fades away. The ground doesn't stay silent when you arrive. Something shifts under our feet. Hands lift before words form. Breath catches before the sound is released. This is not stillness. This is alignment. This is wayfinding rhythm. We don't gather to escape the world. We gather because you reign over it. Sing. Not because everything feels right, but because you are. Lift a sound that doesn't ask permission. Let it rise beyond fear. Rivers know how to respond. Mountains don't wait to be convinced. Creation remembers what we forget. Your rule is not fragile. You sit above the noise of nation. Not distant, not detached. You steady what trembles. You order what rushes out of control. Great are the works that don't need explanation. They stand whether we notice or not. Your faithfulness isn't loud, it's durable. Generation speaks to generation without shouting. Your goodness doesn't expire. Your mercy doesn't thin with time. We move because you move us. We lift because you lifted first. We don't create the praise, we step into it. Who is allowed to stand close? Not the flawless, not the loudest, but the ones who don't divide their heart. Hands clean, intent clear, way centered. Lift up what has been hanging low. Let the King enter without resistance. The sound grows, not chaotic, not forced, but certain. Joy doesn't rush, it advances. Let the earth answer back, let the rhythm settle in the body. Let praise take shape before it takes words. You reign, not briefly, not symbolically. You reign. So we stay in motion, not scattered, not lost, held together by truth that doesn't bend. Let trust again. Not in my strength, not in what I defend. When my thoughts scatter and my heart feels torn, you steady my spirit, you keep me anchored. You are my rock when the ground gives way, my shield in the noise, my safe escape. I lift my voice even when it's weak, and you lean in close, you hear me speak. Blessed are the ones who walk in your light, who find their delight in what you say. Like trees by the water, rooted and strong, they rise in the season, they won't fade away. When I held my silence, my joy ran dry, my strength disappeared with every sigh. But I opened my heart, I laid it bare, and you met my confession with mercy and care. You are my hiding place when shame draws near. You surround me with songs that silence fear. You teach me the way my feet should go. Your counsel is gentle, steady and slow. And those who chase pride stumble and fall, but steadfast love surrounds those who call. Your faithfulness guards me day and night. You lead me forward, yeah, you make my path right. You guide me like a shepherd who knows my name. You restore my soul, you quiet my pain. Even through valleys heavy with dread, I will not fear, you're here instead. Your goodness follows where my feet have been. Your mercy finds me again and again. You prepare my heart, you steady my cup. In your presence, Lord, I'm lifted up. From the farthest edge where my hope feels thin, you lift me higher than where I've been. You are the tower my soul runs to, a refuge secure, faithful and true. The heavens keep speaking of who you are. Day pours out truth, night sings the stars. Your word revives what felt worn inside. Sweeter than promise, stronger than pride. My soul longs for you in dry, weary land. Your love is better than life in my hands. You satisfy hunger no world can fill. You quiet my thirst, you bend my will. Though nations rise and voices rage, those who trust you remain unshaken. You turn my ruin into living praise. Joy meets me softly with morning light. Greater your works beyond my sight. Your mercy crowns me, your grace gives life. You forgive my sins, you heal my soul. You redeem my days, you make me whole. So I will rest where your wings remain. I am not alone, I am not afraid. You are my portion, my refuge secure. Your steadfast love forever endures. I rest in your care, I rest in your truth, I rest in your presence, and I am renewed. In you, Lord, I rest my heart. is loud, you are my quiet light. When my thoughts run wild, you steady what I feel. You are my rock, my shield, my God who will not yield. You hide me in the secret place where fear can't breathe. You cover me with faithfulness, you teach my soul to believe. I don't lean on my strength, I don't trust my own control. I come to you, and mercy makes my broken pieces whole. Blessed is the one you forgive, whose sin you do not count. When I kept my silence, my strength dried up and ran out. But when I confessed, you met me with peace instead of shame. You washed my hidden wounds with grace and called me by my name. You surround me with songs. You surround me with songs. Yeah, 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 yeah. A victory sound when my knees hit the ground. You surround me with songs. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. When the world feels heavy and I don't know why, lift me above the storm, above the ache in my chest. Be my strong tower, be my shelter, be my rest. From the ends of the earth I call and you answer me. You place me on steady ground where my spirit can breathe. Let me dwell in your house, let my praise remain. Even when tears fall, you don't waste my pain. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty, safe inside. No terror by night, no arrow by day will take my song. You command your angels, you hold me all along. Hey. 1,000 may fall, 10,000 near, but I will stand. Not because I'm strong, but because I'm in your hand. No weapon formed will prosper, no darkness will stay. Your truth is my refuge, you light my way. Hey, I belong, I belong in the shadow of your wings. I belong. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of the sun. He will not let my foot slip, he will not fall asleep. The keeper of Israel watches over me. The Lord is my shade at my right hand, close and near. He guides my going out and coming in, year to year. He keeps me from evil, he keeps my soul alive. In every season, Lord, you teach my faith to rise. So I will trust you in the waiting, trust you in the fight, trust you in the silence, trust you in the night. Your steadfast love is better than the air I breathe. Your mercy is my portion, yeah, you are all I need. Yeah, you surround me with songs, you surround me with songs. When the battle is loud, you quiet the ground. every fear fades away. I didn't come calm, I didn't arrive at peace. I came carrying questions I didn't know how to release. The ground was shaking under my feet, not from thunder but quiet fear. I looked around for something solid and found you already here. You didn't rush me into answers, you didn't silence the ache. You stood with me in the tension while my hands still shook up. Why do the voices rise so loud? Why doesn't justice feel so strong? I see the weak pushed to the edge and I ask where they belong. Yeah, you see what others miss, you lean toward the broken cry. You do not ignore the hidden pain, you do not pass them by. You weigh the hearts, you watch the proud, you guard the ones who wait. You become a refuge not made of walls, but truth that holds its shape. Forgot, not comfort first but direction, not escape but grounding, not noise but correction. Your ways don't bend the pressure, your word cuts clear and clean. It doesn't flatter the restless soul, it teaches me to stand between fear and faith, between silence and trust, between what fades quickly and what will not rust us. The skies keep telling the same story, even when cities fall quiet. Light keeps moving without permission, day pouring truth in the night. I don't need louder answers, I need steadier ground, something older than the chaos, something that doesn't bow. You are not moved by shouting nations, you are not shaken by time. Those who lean into you remain while everything else declines. I didn't arrive healed, I didn't leave untouched, but I found a place to stand my weight, and that was enough. You became my portion in the middle, not the ending, not the relief. You became the reason I stayed upright when belief felt thin. So I stay, not because it's easy, not because it's light, but because your truth still holds me when the ground gives way at night. Didn't come looking for answers, I came looking for air, something to hold my chest together when the night leaned too Even silence felt alive when I realized you were already there. Trust didn't arrive as a feeling, it came as a decision. I stopped asking the ground to explain itself and let you be solid enough for both of us. You didn't remove the distance, you taught me how to walk it. Every doubt became a doorway once I stopped naming it fear. There are places inside me only mercy knows how to enter. Rooms I locked with good intentions and forgot how to open. You didn't force them wide, you waited, and patience did what power never could. Somewhere between confession and prayer, I felt my way return to me. I don't need proof written in the sky. I've seen enough endurance to believe light keeps showing up every morning without asking if the world deserves it. That kind of faithfulness teaches quietly, it stays, it doesn't perform. I escape to, but a presence that doesn't leave when everything else does. You are not my conclusion, you are my continuation. So if tomorrow feels unfinished, I will still step forward. Because I am certain, but because I am held. This is where I breathe again, not healed, not fixed, but grounded.